All right, welcome to Yoga for Bone Health. Meet you on the mat. So coming to a nice standing position, nice tall upright spine. And just making any little movements that just might kind of feel nice to you. Stretching out the face or a little wiggle here and there. Circling wrists, ankles maybe. And then we'll come into this relative stillness in a standing position. But I will invite you to roll the shoulders up, forward, up, back and down, and just gently holding those shoulder blades back and down so the heart is lifted, and then gently drawing the navel up towards the spine, really feeling that engagement from the upper back all the way to the lower frontal part of the body. And just observe the breath as a way to bring our attention into the body. And then maybe bringing hands to the body, one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, just to reinforce this mind-body connection, sensing into the body. Observing the sensations as we inhale and exhale. And today I'd like to invite you to be really, really generous with yourself. Really accepting things as they are with like huge, bountiful compassion. Especially if you're working with injury or a challenge. You know, remembering that this being human is both beautiful and difficult. And it's how we meet these difficulties that really allow us to move through our day with a little more ease. So just it's that gentle reminder to be really generous with whatever you're holding or whatever you're bumping up into today and throughout the rest of your day. So in this moment and the rest of your day. So we'll release and draw the shoulders down. We'll just do a few shoulder rolls, just our kind of normal way. And you know, the reason why I kind of picked this theme is because I'm still working with an injury. I suspect I'll be working with it for a little while, and so I have to accept my limitations. Inhale, bring the shoulders forward, up, back and down, and really tuck the shoulder blades, the wing, kind of like the wing tips of your scapula, into the opposite back pockets. Imagine you've got, you know, jean pockets on, where you're wearing jean pockets with jeans, and you're tucking your scapula, the wing tip, into the opposite pocket, and just notice how the heart really lifts up. Now, zip up your jeans. All right, and as you zip up the abdominals and really feel this connection as if they both had like little bungee cords and were connected right in the center of the body. Breathing in, we're just kind of holding and then release. Let's just roll again. Hold and lift the navel. Looks like we're not doing anything, but there's a lot of invisible energy, this kind of pull between the wings of your scapula and like the zipper, the top zipper of your jeans. And then we'll do it one more time. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back and down, and hold. So with this, I've learned a lot more about the scapula than I ever knew before. And it turns out we really need to strengthen this downward action to prevent the wings of our scapula kind of popping out and then our shoulders rolling forward. Okay, great. Keep the arms down, and just in this downward position, we're going to internally and externally rotate. Stretch at the face, the hands. Doesn't have to be, you know, you don't have to go to 100% effort here, just explore You know, maybe it's 60% effort today, or 80% on one side and 60 on the other side, and just working with that. Okay, release, shake that up. I dream of genie arms. Inhale, reach the arms up and over as best you can. And exhale, bring them back down, switch it over. Inhaling, let's see, as you do this, can you continue drawing the energy of your jeans, your tight jeans, as you zipped the zipper up towards the heart? Maintain that zipped up energy in the lower abdominals as you scoop the shoulder blades forward and bring the arms up as best you can. And then out to the side, we'll do our internal, external rotation. Gazing at the open hand, one shoulder rotates forward and one shoulder rotates back, alternating back and forth to really explore this interplay of the muscles in that upper back. Once again, stretching and pulling, creating space, and nice and easy release. Roll at the shoulders, stretch up the face. Okay, let's work on the neck a bit. So inhale, grow tall, tuck the chin down. Breathing into the back of the neck, both shoulders are soft. We'll take your head a little to the left and a little to the right. Head back to center, and we'll lift the chin, arms come behind you, any amount. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, gaze over to one side. Inhale, exhale, gaze over to the other side. Inhaling back to center. So just repeating that, exploring the range of motion, and again, being really generous with yourself, depending on, you know, what you kind of find or discover at the neck. Inhale, exhale, left ear to right shoulder. Never forcing, just guiding. Inhale up, exhale over. And repeat that. Inhale up. And release. We're gonna add a kind of neck movement today. And you've got two options, either holding onto your earlobes and growing really tall, or you can take your fingers and kind of cup them behind your ears as if you were trying to hear something better, and grow tall, really tall in the back of the neck. And we're going to lift the head and then exhale with the same elongation, tuck the chin. So we're going to lift the chin up and exhale, tuck the chin. We can do that one more time, lifting, stretching the front of the neck, and then tucking the chin and then releasing. So this just helps us to create this lifting sensation, and it supports so that we're not kind of crunching, you know, when you take your head back, you can get all crunchy in there. So just a new fun little thing we get to do today. Okay, let's come to the chair. Tabletop. Wrists under the shoulders, ankles under the hips, grow nice and long and tall here, and a little slight bend in the knee. So option here to come into like full cat-cow, rounding the back, tucking the chin, or you could come into a modified scapula push-up and still tuck and lift the tailbone. So that's just to be sensitive to those who might be working with osteoporosis in the spine. If that is you, then just not coming into the full flexion. Otherwise, coming into full flexion, into our cat-cow, breathing in and out. Remembering this is not just the spine, of course, lots of spine, but also working the back of the leg. So when we drop that belly and lift the tail, lift the heart, we're getting a nice big stretch in the hamstring. And release. Okay, rising up, that over. Roll up the shoulders some more. Just hands at your sides. Let's tuck those wings into our shoulder blades. Inhale. And then just slowly drawing your fingertip down toward the knee and turn your heart up towards the sky. Exhale. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Side. And release. Good. Take the feet a little bit wide, toes out into the corners. We're going to do this standing twist. Inhale, grow tall, and turning and gazing behind you. So doing this in a nice, kind of controlled way. It can be kind of free. And similarly, when, thinking about osteoporosis and coming into twists, it really is okay as long as we're not weighting the body. So we don't have weights in our hands. 1, 2, we're not forcing ourselves farther than we can go. And 3, we're not going too fast. And we stay nice and tall as we come into the twist. So that's just good spinal health hygiene anyway. Okay, and release. Nice work. All right, so I'm moving this over so I've got lots of space on my mat here. Coming into chair pose, squeeze your forearms together and tuck your tail. So we're going to do a little walking over to the side, but I'm adding a modified eagle pose. So you can do this by lifting your heel, and as soon as you lift the heel, you're going to feel those abdominals engage, but you can also lift the knees, so holding in this pause. Okay, and then inhale, exhale, inhale. And if you're able to do like 3, that'd be great. And then pause, lift the heel, hold, squeeze those forearms together, standing balance, and then inhale. Nice big wide. And again, hold, lift that knee, stability, practice, and balance. And then out to the side. This will be the last one. And modified eagle, hold, really zip up those jeans. And then inhale. And release. Good. Take those feet nice and wide, sink down into goddess, rise up, tick-tock the hip. And do it again. Now inhale, down, exhale, reaching up and over as best you can. Inhale and exhale. Can be generous with yourself. Whatever you notice today, breathing in, breathing out. One more here. To release. Good. Another balance posture, and you can always have the chair here if you need it. Okay, we're going to lift the right knee, and we're going to take your left hand to the knee, and you're going to press down, press down, press down. Lift the navel, zip up those jeans. Heart rate should be increasing because we're really resisting. All right, come hands to waist, slight bend in the knees, forward fold. Rise up, opposite side. Press your hand into your knee, and your knee into your hand. This should feel challenging. Release, hands at the waist, slight bend in the knee, forward fold. Stretch out the back of the leg. We'll do it one more time on each side. Opposite side, press. Lift the navel. And release. All right, nice work. Let's come into our sun salutation, hand at the back of the chair, or hands can be at the seat of the chair. Reaching your arms forward, slight bend in the knee. Let's just sway at the shoulders as best you can, softening up. Stretching up that side body, and then pedaling the knees. Pedaling the pelvis, stretch out the face. All right, inhale, right foot forward, floating one or both arms up to the sky. Exhaling, hands come down, forward fold. Inhaling, left foot forward, press that back heel down, lift the glute. Exhale, hands come down. Repeating, right side, maybe one or both arms up to the sky. Exhaling, hands come down. Opposite side, left foot forward, one or both arms up, really lift that navel. Press that back heel, exhale. And come down. Inhale, right foot forward, left foot out to the side. Squeeze the energy of the legs together, lift the arches of the feet. Let's come into a nice, another shoulder exercise. One arm up, one arm down, both arms back. And release. Turn that toe forward and step back. Inhale, left foot forward, right foot comes out to the side, squeeze the energy of the thighs together, press into that back heel, both palms up, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the heart, inhale, and exhale, back of the hands together, either tucking the chin or keeping your gaze forward, moving between these two shapes. Lift the navel, opening up. And release, turn that back toe forward, come into our forward fold, bend the knees, wiggle the hips a little bit. Just find those good little stretches in there. Walking the feet back, and we'll come to sit. So grabbing your heaviest weights for legs. So taking the weight right to the top of the knees, grow tall. And we'll start lifting, lowering the heels. Now, bring some softness into the shoulders and bring some engagement into the abdominals. So again, that sensation, zipping up your tight jeans, lifting that navel upward, breathing in and out, softening the shoulders, softening the face. And by now, the calves likely are starting to say good morning in one way or another. Nice little warm up there for the calves. Okay, and release, roll the weight a little bit further, not quite midway. And then we're gonna lift, push through, really engage the abdominals, lift, tuck in. And again, keeping the spine super tall, the torso kind of like, I want to say like a statue, so that we're bringing attention to the leg, but really drawing the energy up in the abdominals so that the leg doesn't do all the work. Okay, this will be the last one on this side. So that last one should feel like effort, like it was like, okay, not like you barely could do it, but pretty close. Okay, opposite side, lift the navel. Doing your best to connect breath with movement, keep that heart lifted, shoulders soft. Lifting that knee up, tucking it under, lifting it up. So this one's gonna be the last one. It should feel challenging. Okay. And release. It should feel like you're happy to be done. Okay, grow tall. Lift that navel. Now over to the other side. We're lifting and shifting. maybe I didn't say it before, but ensuring that you're sitting forward in your chair. Okay, now the leg is starting to feel a little bit tired. Let's do one more. And by now, we should notice that effort. Okay, here we go. Other side. Lift the navel, lift and over. But I should also mention, like today, maybe you're working with lower energy. So you're working with lighter weights or no weights. And that your goal isn't to tire out the leg. The goal is just to be present and to move the body. And so being generous with yourself. If that, if that's where you're at today, at the end of the day, it's still yoga. Okay, here we go. Last one. And it's your practice, right? So take your weights right up to the hip joint. We'll grow tall, inhale. Press into the heels, exhale, push those hips forward, really squeeze the glutes. Inhale, sit all the way down. And exhale, rise up, squeeze those glutes forward. So just as if you were making a fist with your hand, like you can do it a gentle fist, you can do a hard fist, exploring the fist that you make with your glutes as you bring your hip forward. Like you can really make it like kind of like a tight fist with the glutes and push it forward. Or you can do like a medium or a lighter action. And just see what kind of is working for you today. It's gonna be the last one. We'll stay standing, arms at your side. So we're gonna bring those shoulders right away, up, back, down, tuck the wingtips of your shoulder blades into those opposite pockets, and your heart is lifted, and we're gonna lift and lower the heels. So heart rate lifted or increased here. Breathing in and out. Make sure that we're keeping that engagement, drawing those shoulder blades down as we have these weights lifted. Okay, last one, good. Release. Let's put these down nice and safely. Hinging at the hips. We'll move the chair out of the way. Okay, we're gonna come into a deadlift. Nothing fancy, just a run-of-the-mill deadlift. So grabbing your heavy weights, I'm gonna go for mediums just to honor my shoulder. So just a little review. Hands, palms are touching your thighs because you're gonna be shaving your legs with your weights. Feet are about hip distance, maybe a bit bigger with a slight bend in the knee. Roll the shoulders up and back and tuck your wingtips into the pockets. This is really important, and I want this to feel engaged. As you inhale, coming down, shave your legs, take your weight to no further than mid-shin, and then as you come up, squeeze the glutes forward. So the whole time, the wingtips stay tucked in the pocket. Nothing is changing about the shoulders. And I'll just show you what it looks like at the front. My heart, like you can see the front of my chest. Like I'm keeping that chest forward, pushing the hips back, right? You're kind of closing that door behind you with your butt. And last one, keep the navel lifted. Looking nice, you guys. And release. Okay. Grabbing your lightest weights. I'm not going to use weights for this one. Okay. But I'm going to invite you to get your lightest weights. And we'll come into our cactus arms. So before we begin the exercise, lift the arches of your feet. Lift the kneecaps, lift the navel. And we're going to turn your arm just like a quarter turn, and then bring it back up. So quarter turn down. And then bring it back up. Maintain this really solid core. Knees lifted, arches of the feet lifted. Like even just in the super engaged way, standing, we'll do one more. Like my heart rate is elevated because I'm so engaged in my body. Okay, taking those down. Okay, and then we're going to grab medium or heavy for a bicep curl. We're gonna do a rainbow bicep curl. So starting by tucking in those wings. This is gonna be like my big cue for the next like 12 months. Because it really works for me and it's really important. So tuck in your wings and then we're gonna bring the weight forward. Like your the palm stays facing the chest and we'll bring it out to the side. So I think that's 4, 5, and up to 8. If you need to pause. Okay, and then keeping your weight in your hand, go to the other side. I'm actually going to put this weight down just to honor my shoulder. And as you're doing this, let's lift the arches of the feet, kneecaps, navel, tuck in the wings, that diagonal direction. Oh, I lost count. Let's say this is 6. And 8. Okay, take note if you chose a medium weight. Do you think you could try a heavier weight the second time we do it? There's no pressure here, being generous with yourself and just seeing if that would be possible. Okay, again, a medium or a heavy weight on the shoulder and stepping way over onto the side. So left arm out, weight on the right shoulder. We're gonna step out into that wide squat, come down, come back up to stand. So inhale, exhale. As you do this, zip up the jeans. Now, the last 4 option to punch the sky. Inhale, push your arm up to the sky. 3 and 4. Release. And we'll go over to the other side. So I'm just gonna pick like a way lighter weight to demo this. Here we go. Inhale, exhale. So we'll just do the last 4 pushing up because we've picked a heavy weight and that's pushing right up overhead. So I only want to do like a few like that, but we can do lots of these squats. This is great for our legs. Okay, this one now, inhale, exhale, push up to the sky. And exhale, push up to the sky. I'm not going to do it. I'm tempted, but I'm not. Push up to the sky. Inhale, squat down. Exhale, push up to the sky. Okay, nice. Okay, grabbing your lighter weights. Gluing the inside of your arm to your side body. Palms are turned up. And we'll do our little scapula exercise where we squeeze the shoulder blades together and the arms follow. So I'm not moving my arms energetically. I'm moving the shoulder blades. I'm squeezing them together and down, tucking them down. As they tuck, lift the navel. Tuck the scapula, lift the navel. Last one. And release. Good. So just putting the weights down entirely, take your arms out to the side. Let's engage the body, lift the arches, kneecaps, navel. And we're just going to do these mini circles, heart lifted. Mini circles in one direction. And the second time we do this, I'm going to invite you to do this with your heaviest weights. Now do the opposite direction. But I want you to feel when we do it the second time that you have a choice. You can do it with weight or without weight. And release. Let's just get watery. Okay, great. And let's pick up those light weights again. I think these could be light to medium, but let's start light. And we'll extend both arms out in front. And we're just going to curl this bicep like 6 times. 1. So arches are lifted, kneecaps, navel. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Extend and start curling on the other side. I'm going to drop this down. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Release. Okay, take a sip of water. And then we'll do round 2. And I know we got started like 5 minutes late. So we'll go 5 minutes later, and I understand if you have to leave. Okay, back to our deadlift. Setting up for success. Shoulders forward up, back and down. Tuck those shoulder blades into the pockets. Do not let them come out of the pockets. Shading the legs with the weight, slight bend in the knee, heart stays lifted. Inhale, push your hip back. And exhale, squeeze the glutes, come forward. Inhale. And exhale. Keep going. And if you're able, can I see your side view? Keep going. Now, I know some of you I can't see totally, but just want to, yeah, you don't have to take them all the way down to the ankle, like just mid shin to keep that heart lifted, keep the shoulder blade. Yeah. Does that ever look good, you guys? Nice. Really nice. Yes. Nailing it. Well done. Yes. Okay. And release. Okay, and we'll come to our scarecrow using light weights or no weights. And engaging the whole body. So arches of the feet, kneecap, navel. Heart is lifted. Last one. Okay, nice and easy, bring them down. Okay, bicep curls. So picking that medium or heavy weight. Remember I asked, roll the shoulders forward, up, back and down. If you thought you could go to heavier for the second round. So you do you this time. We'll just alternate. Keep going. Check in with those wingtips. And energetically drawing down on an angle. Do one more. And release. Okay, good. Heavy weight for our offset squat or medium weight on the shoulder to start. All right, inhaling down, exhaling up. When you come down, really push into the heel to rise up. And just sitting down as far as it feels comfortable to you. Okay, and being really generous with yourself about that. Okay, these last four optional to inhale, exhale, punch the sky. Inhale, lift up to the sky. As you lift up, make sure your abdominals are lifting up too. Last one. And release. Over to the other side. Inhale down. Exhale up. Push into this foot to rise. And again, when you're rising, feel that zipping up action. Okay, these last four. Punch the sky, optional. I'm gonna keep mine here. I'm gonna be good. Nice work. And release. Okay, our scapula strengthening. Palms face up. Glue your inner arm to the outside of your body. And then squeeze the shoulder blades together. And really, it's that same action of drawing the wingtip down into the pocket. Deep breath with movement. Really exploring the boundary of this, like how, before it gets crunchy or weird, how far can you go? Like weird feeling, you know, that's often a sign to say, well, that's probably as far as you should go. And then, whew, exhale, release. Arm circles with or without your very lightest weights. So option to have those weights. Lift the arches, lift the kneecaps, lift the navel. And then circle the other way. And release, nice and easy. Okay, now our final one where let's roll the shoulders up and back. Take your arms up. Both palms are up, and we're going to do one arm about 6 times. Okay, I'm just going to drop this weight. You keep going. And then hold and squeeze. Really squeeze that muscle. I lost track. I think this is 6. Okay. Inhale and exhale, release. Great. We'll do one more deadlift just so we got 3 in. I think that's really important. So picking the weight of your choice. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back and down. Hands at the thighs. Slight bend in the knees, shoulder blades, so that the wingtips are tucked into your pockets and your heart stays lifted. Inhale, come down. Exhale, come up, squeeze those glutes, bring the hips forward. So like, you can have the heart lifted, like, but if your gaze is like looking up and that's crunchy, your gaze can be down, but your heart is still lifted, right? Like the shoulder blades still tucked in, and you can just take the gaze down. Let's do one more. Okay, release. There's a lot to think about in that, in a deadlift, in even talk about the back of the legs. So just that focus on the scapula today. Okay, let's come down onto the floor. Take a sip of water if you need to. You can bring your heavier weights to the top. And maybe your medium weights. Coming down onto the floor. Either lying down on your side and then rolling over to the back, or reaching your arms forward, scrolling down one vertebra at a time. The choice is yours. We're gonna tuck the chin, squeeze the knees in, feel the low back, rock from side to side. Feel the low back into the floor, so we're just massaging the low back a little bit here. Breathing in and out. Okay, so tuck the chin, tuck your shoulder blades behind your back so that they're flat, just like we always do. And if you see this shape, this is the shape we're trying to achieve when we're tucking the wingtips into our pockets, this nice flat shape. Our hands at your knees like stop signs. Bring your shins up so they're parallel, knees over the hips, and start to push. And the navel draws down. You know what to do. Resist, and the body shakes. Okay, as you push the knees into the hands and you push the hands into the knees, you're going to notice a trembling, and that is you getting stronger. You are challenging yourself. Your muscles at the core are working really, really hard. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's release. Both feet down, arms out to the sides. Let's do a little windshield wiper. Breathe into the hips. And we're going to go right into that and do it again. So this time, another focus is to just gently press, like tuck the chin and press the head and the shoulders down. Now press your hands into your knees into your hands, and draw the navel down. So many things, breathing in and out. Keep pressing the navel down, drawing it down. Gently pressing the head. And then exhale, release. This time, feet up, knees out, happy baby. Stretching out the leg joint, maybe squeezing and spreading the toes here. Stretching out the face. Bringing the feet into cobbler. Back to happy baby. Cobbler. And then happy baby and beyond. Really press the heels out, make a V shape. And then release. Feet down, roll over to your side. Grab that heavier weight. Place it onto the pelvis. We're going to do some hip thrusts here. So if you're used to adding another weight on top, by all means, roll over, grab that weight, crisscross it, crisscross the bars. Gently just hold it for stability. Tuck the shoulders under, tuck the chin, press into head and shoulders. Inhale, exhale, lift the hips. Pause at the top. Inhale, lower down with control. Don't let your butt go all the way down though. Exhale, push it up again. And inhale down with control, just enough for you to feel the butt touching the floor, and then push it back up. So really Sustaining. We'll just do 2 more of these. 1 and 2, sustain all the way down. And release. Okay, nice work. You can grab these heavy weights in both hands, tuck the shoulder blades under, and press your low back down. So you're kind of tucking the tailbone, making the pelvis lie flat. All right, inhale, and then we're going to exhale, push the weights up, and inhale, bring them down. Exhale, push them up, and inhale, bring them down. Just gently pushing up, inhale down, keeping the elbows just kind of at your sides. Last one. Okay, placing them back, the weights back at your pelvis. So whether you're using 1 weight or 2 weights, we're gonna do the exact same thing. Tuck the shoulders, tuck the chin, gently press into the head, gently press into the shoulders, inhale. Exhale, lift up, kind of pause at the top. Inhale, slowly come down without coming all the way down. And just as you kind of feel your, your pant kind of touch the mat, bring it back up to the top, pause, slowly come down. Exhale, push up. Slowly come down and just maintaining this gentle pressure, the head and at the shoulders. 2 more. Last one. And release. And we're going to grab these heavy weights. We're lying down, so it's easier to have a heavy weight here because we've got a lot of support from the floor. So 2 heavy weights in both, 1 in both hands. Press that navel down. Inhale, exhale, push up. And inhale, come back down. Your elbows are at 90. Exhale, push up, arms are straight and over the shoulders. Inhale, elbows at 90 and the elbows are tucked into the side body. Exhale, push up, down, push up, down, push up, down, push up, and down. Okay, rolling over to one side. Place the weight down, rolling over and moving the other weight out of the way. And we'll just come into one final little stretch here. So arms out to the side. We'll just do another little windshield wiper action. And then we'll curl up into a little ball on the exhale. And inhale, reach out. Reach the arms out, reach the heels out, full starfish. Exhale, curl up into a little ball. Inhale, reach out, full starfish. And we really want to get this stretch through the pectorals here when we reach the arms up and out. So really exploring that, reaching through the fingertips. This will be the last one. Really squeezing as you exhale. And then release. And we'll come into relaxation. So tuck the shoulder blades under. And finding the shape that works for you. And I understand if you need to move on with the rest of your day, just I know I just went a little bit late here. I completely understand. And maybe bringing hands to the body. Again, just this physical reminder to bring your attention into the body so that we may know these bodies better, so that we may respond skillfully to the messages the body is giving us. Observing the rise and fall of the chest, the belly. Soften the face. Allow yourself just to gently sink into the floor. Letting go of effort. And being, again, just really generous with yourself. Congratulate yourself for showing up today, being present, responding to the challenge, the effort. It's taking you to a different place, a different time, forward or backward in time, or you're kind of addressing your to-do list. And just see if you can give yourself just this gift of being present with the body for a few more moments. Breathing in, breathing out. Bringing lots of kindness towards yourself and friendliness. And then we'll bring a little movement into the feet and the hands and the face. Stretch out the face, open and close the hands, the toes, circle wrists, circle ankles. If it feels good to you, inhale arms up overhead for gentle full body stretch. And exhale. Release. Just feel that letting go, just enjoying the release. And we'll bring the arms in, bend the knees. Gently rolling over to one side. And then nice and easy, gently pushing up into an upright position. Either staying on the floor seated or moving to the chair seated, whatever's more comfortable, more accessible, feels better. Sitting tall with the heart lifted, maybe even exploring that wingtip energy down into opposite pocket to lift the heart, just like slightly, like 10-15% energy. Let's bring him into the heart center. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up, bringing friendliness, compassion, and generosity towards yourself throughout this practice. And we'll seal in with the unifying Om as we inhale together. Again, thank you so much for practicing with me today. We'll see you soon.